I really thought the smarter libs would have figured this out by now. Jimmy Kimmel is not the political win that you guys think it is. I completely expected all the first order thinking of, oh, Jimmy canceled, that means the right wing bad. Like, I expected that from people, but I then also expected some smarter people to be like, hey guys, well, actually, the difference here is that this is the FCC and ABC, not right wing voters. But I'm still just seeing a lot of talk about cancel culture when it comes to Jimmy Kimmel. Let me put it this way. If Jimmy Kimmel had held up a picture of CP during his monologue, would any of you had an issue with him being taken off the air? Of course not. Now again, for you first order thinkers, I'm not comparing what Jimmy said to having CP. I am extending it to an extreme point to make the point. Neither you, nor I, nor Jimmy Kimmel has a right to be broadcast on TV. So already any talk about free speech in relation to the Constitution or the First Amendment is out the window because you do not have a right to be broadcast on television. Secondly, it was not your average everyday right-wing voter that had anything to do with the specific instance of Jimmy getting fired. He said something that was false, and according to the FCC rules, that is illegal. He was given the opportunity to apologize and retract, just like they do every day on The View, because they can't stop lying, and he decided not to do that. If you want to have the argument that what he said should not have been clamped down by the FCC, that's a different conversation. I'm willing to have that conversation. But the people acting like this was personally Donnie or personally a bunch of us voters going through old tweets and trying to find something with the explicit purpose of getting Jimmy off the air was what happened. That's not what happened. I've seen other people trying to juxtapose the celebration of Charlie Kirk with the celebration of Jimmy Kimmel. One lost his job. A very cushy job, and will be completely fine because he's a millionaire. The other was very different. If you want to call the cancellation of Jimmy Kimmel cancel culture, then who you should be mad at is the FCC and ABC. Everyday right-wing voters had absolutely nothing to do with it. We've hated him for years, so we would have been celebrating either way. Has nothing to do with us.